Well, back here in Wisconsin, although NBC News has projected Joe Biden to win Wisconsin, there's still a few more steps before results can be actually finalized, one of which includes tabulating provisional ballots. Ben Jordan explains why some voters get them and whether they could have an impact on the outcome.
Provisional ballots are issued when there are unresolved questions about a voter's eligibility. The statewide count of provisional ballots in this election is just over 210, but Wisconsin election leaders say that number will likely grow by tomorrow. Jessica STRAINIS rushed to City Hall Wednesday to make sure the provisional ballot she cast on Election Day actually counts.
I just moved here from Chicago 2 months ago, and I guess I never switched over my ID to Wisconsin.
The Milwaukee Election Commission says 65 people who voted at the city's polling sites on Tuesday received provisional ballots. The most common reason they're issued is because the voter showed up without a valid ID.
They said everything else that I had with me was, had my, it had my, my name and my address and everything proving that I had residency here, but they wouldn't be able to accept the other forms of identifications.
Provisional voters have a tight deadline of Friday afternoon to provide their valid ID or other required information to their local clerk. Given the razor-thin margins of Wisconsin's presidential race, Jessica made sure to get a new ID and show the proof today.
If you look at Bush versus Gore in the early 2000s, it was, 530 votes in a county in Florida that shifted the election. So I feel like that would be, enough votes to kind of swing the election.
Joe Biden currently leads President Trump by more than 20,000 votes in the state. Wisconsin Elections Commission Director Megan Wolf doesn't believe provisional ballots could make up the difference.
Historically, we have very few provisionals that are cast in the state of Wisconsin.
Wisconsin's provisional ballot counts in recent presidential elections haven't topped more than 1,000 votes, many of which were rejected for not meeting the requirements.
We're not seeing anything to indicate that we would have more provisionals than usual.
There is one other factor before the unofficial voting results are finalized, a canvassing of the vote, which has already begun. Reporting at City Hall, Ben Jordan, TMJ4 News.
And you can find results for races throughout the state at tmj4.com/vote.